Hello, math class. Today we're going to be talking about four things that sound really advanced, but they're not. They're just adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, kind of all mixed up. And they're called mean, median, mode, and range. And so essentially, if you have a group of numbers, you can find the mean, median, mode, and range of all of these. And that's one thing that we're going to be practicing with this video. Okay, so if I, for whatever reason, want to find the mean, median, mode, and range of all of these shoe prices, I'm going to work through them one at a time, okay? So $15, $18, $20, $26, and $26. So to find the mean, that actually means the same thing as average. And so maybe you've done averages before, but what I'm going to do is simply add up all of these numbers and then divide by the number of items that are there. So in that case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to pull this just a little bit closer and so that we can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to add all of these up. Okay, 15 and 18 and 20, 26 and 26. I'm going to add those up first. Okay, 5 plus 8 is 13. Plus 6 is 29. No, I said the wrong thing. 13, 19. Plus 6 is 25. Okay, and then we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. So they add up to be a total of $105. And then how many did I say I was going to divide it by? By my number of items, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 into 105. 5 goes into 10 two times, right? Which is 10. I have 0 left. Drop the 5 down. 5 into 5 goes once. So what this means is that my average, or my mean, is $21. Okay, so the median is really pretty close to finding the average or the mean of something. And in this example, we have an odd number of items, right? We have 5 prices that we're looking at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when that happens, the median is super easy to find. All we do is we look for the one total that's in the middle. So I'm going to go, oh, look at that, 20, exactly in the middle. So my median in this problem will be $20. Okay? Simple as that. There's actually no math to do. We'll look at another example here in a second that has an even number of your starting items, because it makes it a little bit different for median. But for this problem, it's really easy. And for mode, so what mode is the number in your original list of items that occurs most often. So if you look at this, I have 115, 118, 120, but I have two shoes that are over here. 2 pairs of shoes are $26. So because the $26 occurs more than once, that becomes my mode. Again, not very difficult, right? Hopefully not. And then our last thing on here is range. And so the range is how much money is between the smallest amount and the largest amount of the items in our list up here. So if we look at this is my largest, $26, right? And 15 is my smallest. So all I do to find range is I find the difference between 26 and 15. So 6 minus 5 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. My range is $11. So again, not too difficult, hopefully. Let's look at another problem. So here I have some apartment sizes. Oh, and I cannot fit all of those on the screen. So I'll turn it as we're talking here. Okay, so I have 1,100 square feet, I have 1,400 square feet, 1,400 square feet, 1,550 square feet, 1,850, and 2,000 square feet. So for whatever reason, maybe I'm working on a brochure or something for the apartments that I work at. I want to tell what the average size apartment is. And so again, I'm going to get that by adding up all of my items and dividing by the total number of items that I have. So in this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right there, that 2,000 is my 6th one. Okay, so I'm going to pull this a little bit closer so we can see it. Let me rewrite all of my totals here, or all my apartment sizes. 1,400, 1,400, 1,550, 1,850, and 2,000. And I'm going to add all those up. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. That column was easy. 5 plus 5 is 10. So then here I have 1 and 1, which is 2, plus 4 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 8 is 23. And then I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have a grand total here of 9,300 square feet. And again, I'm going to take that and divide it by the number of apartments that I'm totaling up here, which was 6. Okay, so 6 into 9 goes once. I have 3 left over. Drop the 3 there down. 6 can go into 33 5 times, which is 30. I have 3 left over. I'm going to drop the 0 down. 6 goes into 30. 5 times again. And oh, look at that. I'm all done, but I still have this 0 that I have to do something with. 6 into 0, that really is a 0. 6 into 0 goes 0 times. So this tells me that my mean then is 1,550 square feet. Yay! So again, that pretty straightforward. All it is adding and a little bit of adding and a little bit of dividing. So if you remember on the last problem, finding the median was pretty easy. It was just a matter of counting how many numbers we had and picking the one in the middle. Well, that's because we had an odd number of items. But if you look here, we have 6 numbers of apartment sizes that we're looking at, right? All the way from 1,100 up to 2,000, the apartment sizes. And so because of that, finding the median is a little bit different. If you look here, if I was to count in, okay, oh, I actually have 2 numbers that are in the middle. So finding my median is a little bit more involved in this case. And the reason for that is I actually have to find the average of those 2 middle numbers. But that's really easy because we just found the overall average. It'll be even easier to only have to find the average of 2 numbers. I'm going to take that down, and we're just going to look at this guy for a second here. Okay, so I have 1,400 plus 1,550. Those are my 2 middle numbers. I'm going to add them up. 0 and 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus 1 is 2. And again, I have 2 items. So I'm going to take that 2,950 and divide it by 2. 2 into 2 goes once, which leaves me with 0. Drop the 9. 2 into 9 goes 4 times, which is 8. Oh, I'm going to run off of the screen here, aren't I? It leaves me with 2. Drop the 5. 2 into 25. Oh, I totally did that wrong, didn't I? I was so worried about going off the screen. I said that 9 minus 8 was 2, but it's not, it's 1. So now 2 into 15 goes 7 times, which is, back it up here so you can see it, 14. And then I have 1 left over, drop down the 0, 2 into 10 goes 5. So what this means is that 1,475 is my median. Let me put the other screen back up here. 1,475 is my median for these apartment sizes. Okay, so again, mode, probably the easiest one to find. It's simply the number that appears more than once. And so there's my list of numbers again. Which one appears more than once? Oh, 1,400. It's the only one that appears twice, right? Look at that. So I know that that's my mode. And then, of course, the last thing is range. And so last time when we figured out range, if you remember, all we did was find the smallest amount and the largest amount and subtract. So I have 2,000. Whoa, I'm at the end of the board here. And all I'm going to do is subtract 1,100. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Can't take 1 from 0 though, so I have to borrow, and it ends up with 900. So I would say here that my range was 900 square feet. So I will be practicing this in class, and hopefully mean, median, mode, and range make a little bit more sense.